sensitive language. They built miles of defenses. They're not numbed by oppression. It's different for girls.
6. Men love it, women love it. So why is it the women's job to worry about birth control? Do women really know as much as they think they do? And are the men really that clueless? We promised some of our friends free booze and snacks and got them together to find out how much they really know and what they really think about birth control.
Guys, I have assurances that if I get drunk and say horrible derogatory things, you're going to edit that shit out, right?
No.
Damn it.
Contraceptives has always just been like our problem. So we grew up knowing that we have to deal with it rather than dudes.
Yeah, because you're the one getting pregnant. We can't walk away. Do you think that if men were the guys getting pregnant, not the women, that there would have been more male contraceptives?
Society's been patriarchal mostly. They haven't really given a shit.
I mean, we're kind of programmed to think that, like, you know, men biologically, that having a baby is the worst outcome of sex. So if we were the ones getting pregnant, I think that we'd have made a damn big effort to make sure it didn't happen.
For men?
Yeah.
I didn't even know men had birth control options.
I didn't know before this either.
Well, the vasectomy.
Pulling out.
Abstinence.
Abstinence.
Because that always works. Because teenage boys are like, no.
Spermicide would be the only...
Spermicide you have to use with another contraceptive.
That's a lie. Why are they selling that shit?
I know.
Feels like there should be like a plastic clamp that goes...
Yeah,
cable
and
tie.
they just undo it.
You got that, okay.
Obviously condoms.
It's not like condoms are cheap. They're
Macro is fine. Macro bulk.
Do you go to the till like...
Yeah, girl.
I hate it, and I'll even like choose like the till lady. Like I look like, okay, this till lady looks like she won't judge me. But I heard of also side effects of the condom.
Like what?
Like something happens to boobs. The suppleness goes away, and
Did you believe it?
I did believe it till now.
Now what the fuck is articles? Do you have it in here? Dry humping.
How is that pleasurable for the women at all?
That is a very valid question, I would
It's
say.
obviously fucking not.
It isn't, yeah. Sex standards in general are skewed towards pleasuring the man. Even if you look at porn, it's like it's skewed towards
the
men getting
audience-
pleasure.
But erotica is skewed towards women. So it's harder for a man to find like literature that's sexy.
Women, they get turned on by thoughts or like visualizing it in their mind.
Yeah.
And men get turned on by visual simulation.
Yeah, visual stimulation.
If it was something I had to take every day, I'd forget, and I'd definitely screw that up. I think women are more trustworthy in these things as
You
well.
reckon women are the ones to trust?
If you shared the load and said, okay, here's something for men that could work, that wouldn't be a terrible plan.
I grew up like in a homeopathic family, so like
I'm surprised you're still alive.
I'll stick to just condoms.
The femidom.
What's a femidom?
It's a condom that goes on the inside of a lady as opposed to the outside of
so
a
a
man.
female condom, yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
Obviously the pool. A patch.
Hysterectomy, I suppose.
IUDs.
I know nothing about that, Miranda. It came in a big scary box.
Nuvo ring.
And then I guess there's the moon cycle month story, deeply unreliable, maybe
Okay,
vibes.
you say deeply unreliable,
Yeah.
but you do know about it.
Diaphragms, which you need a pilot's license to insert it. It's very effective because by the time it's inserted, you don't feel like it.
Tell me about the injection. How much do you know about that?
I just know that it makes women gain a lot of weight. That's what I don't know how
It
to.
messes
No,
with the...
that's.
I'm just using condoms as I have been for years. I was on the pill for a while, but it took my sex drive like away.
But it's supposed to have...
And our relationship almost ended because of it. Well, it did kind of, yeah. It was like almost like an antidepressant for me.
Different people react differently because I was completely the opposite. Like I was like, sex levels over there.
My poor mother is one of those. Pretty sure she was on the pill with my brother. I was an IUD baby. And it recently came out my youngest brother is a condom baby.
Phew, hella fertile.
But exactly, like she's like, there's underpants on the washing line, pregnant. So just mention if you know of any like side effects that your girlfriends have been going through.
I can't say that I've noticed or have known because probably because I haven't paid attention or.
Do you reckon you'd ask her now?
No, I don't want to know these things, man. Ignorance is bliss. So I guess, yeah, that's kind of why it makes it unfair.
One thinks about contraception just like a medical doctor to patient relationship, doing like a biological thing. It doesn't really feel like it's anything else kind of thing.
It is a bit more of your problem than you thought. Not necessarily because you're the ones getting pregnant or whatever, but because what it does to your partner. It changes her moods, it changes her sex drive, it changes her appearance. And I mean, that immediately is your problem because that's your relationship.
Isn't that a discussion for the doctor to go like, okay, what kind of sex drive do you want to end up with? Let's try you on potion B.
No, I was like, get me, hook me up. And then the doctor's like, sweet, give you this. If it doesn't work out, come back. And
if it doesn't work out, if you get pregnant, come back. Like, what is not working out?
Because some people have really weird side effects to certain things.
How long did she spend on advising you, asking
Very
you?
long. Because she picked up on my actual nervous, anxiety kind of situation. She's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna tell you everything.
I've been to multiple doctors and they speak to you for 5 minutes about it.
I didn't want to fucking talk about it. I was like, I don't want to get pregnant and I want to know when my period is. And she was like, cool, I'm talking to a boy, you can have the patch. So you don't have to remember to drink something every day.
I went to a male doctor and he was absolutely bloody awful. I felt less of a person and I felt judged.
But then I'm fucking glad to hear you had a rad experience. You were like, everything was told, you didn't feel judged, you were like, cool, I know actually what the fuck's up. At least I didn't feel judged afterwards.
I didn't feel judged.
I felt uninformed.
Yes, I felt uninformed.
I think it's also because you kind of trust your doctor, you know? Yeah. So most people have a doctor and it's been a relationship over.
Don't. One, the doctor isn't going to tell you we're going to try out a bunch of different things before it fits you. It's like, take this.
I think that's too broad a statement. Like if you find the correct doctor for the situation, you'll be fine. But if you go to your GP and ask him about contraception, he's going to be like, oh yeah, whatever, son, let's get this prescription and off you go. And then he goes and pays for his Porsche.
We're in a room of people who have money and are mobile. If this room is getting a terrible response, it's a bad indicator of what people even lower down the tracks might even get a worse response. Feels like you might as well just go to the pharmacy.
Teachers, friends, porn.
Did porn teach you about contraception?
Sometimes the guys have condoms on.
My mom one day said, my love, I bought a little book for you. I read it and I thought, okay, I knew this already, so what's the big deal? And she never ever discussed it with me, ever.
You think she couldn't?
I think it was super embarrassing to her.
Did you feel you could go to someone and tell someone?
No, my mom was literally like, the reason why she had a chat with me is because her parents had no idea about contraceptives. She had to learn it on her own. She had to go to a clinic on her own and had no idea what was going on.
Scary. My mom, I have to give her massive credit. She fucking tried, as awkward as I was. But I'm wondering if she had the same talk with my brothers, or was it just like, use a fucking condom, fuck off. We cucking our pants because our boyfriends have no interest or knowledge, but meanwhile they're only being taught don't get an STD.
I think that's a good point. I think the best way for people to be informed is for mothers to be informed.
My mom repeatedly told me not to get girls pregnant, but never really told me how to not do it.
And no one ever went, if you do this, you are going to get someone pregnant.
No one, in terms of parents, no one. It's actually too much of a problem, but it's 3 variables, which means the chances of one of them being restricted is strong. All the stress gets piled on the young people because you don't have the money, or the means, the self-esteem to cope with all this difficulty being piled on you. Yeah. So it's like a little crucible of trouble. It should be as easy as a condom.
Kids are getting sexually active younger and younger now. Parents are there now. They mustn't be like my parents and just not give me the talk.
I think our social habits have changed.
Yeah.
Drastically, because now there's the internet and smartphones. So if you're not ahead, then your kids are gonna find out anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But you reckon overall you haven't really done it because no one's gone, look, you have to help.
Yeah, no one's asked for the help, and if you ask for the help, then I'm happy to give the help. Like anything, it's like asking me to do the dishes or the laundry. It's
you gotta
the same
ask
thing.
first.
Yeah, you gotta ask.
But why did you decide to take a different route with us as kids when you taught us?
Because it hurt me so much. because it's something intimate and it's something really important in a girl's life and something to share. And if you don't share it with your child, then you actually miss out in a very important key feature of her young life, don't you think? The experience can either be scary or it can be exciting. So why should sex be scary?
It's different for girls, they've got sensitive language, they built miles of defenses, they're not numbed by oppression. It's different for girls, from when they are children, they're depersonalized, aggressively objectified.